So let me extend my greetings. So as you witnessed in the Senate chambers earlier today, the Senate has adjourned the 5th session of the 54th legislature on our side. Let me again thank you for covering our activities on the Senate. We received the draft national budget for 2023 on Monday, December 5. And we have mandated the committees on Ways, Means, Finance, and the budget and public accounts to work on the budget during a break in collaboration with the Honorable House of Representatives so that we could approve it by the end of January 2023, most likely before the President's annual message. That will be our target. The total revenue envelope and resources approximately $777.9 million US, which is a little bit less than what was in the draft 2022 budget, which I think was approximately $785.6 million. But depending on additional revenue which will come during the 2023 fiscal year, for example, if we conclude the ArcelorMittal MDA, it will be additional revenue. Then we'll do a supplementary budget to enable additional public sector spending. Priority in this year's budget are health, education, security, elections, electricity, and roads. During the hosting program, which we all witnessed, I spoke at great length on the issue of presumption of innocence until proven guilty, the court of law, where the due process principle should be guaranteed. Doing otherwise in any form, in our opinion, is abuse of human rights, which is prohibited under our Constitution, under other domestic laws, and other international law. Partial subsidy on rice has finally been removed to bring stability to the market. It has also been determined that even with the retail price of rice of $17.50 level rice, the price in Liberia is still below the average price in the sub-region. There is therefore a necessity for the executive branch to police the borders to minimize or eliminate smuggling, understand the difficulty and the problems, and work with them to move the process forward. The National Population and Housing Census has been experiencing some difficulties, especially from the beginning. But recent information from the field indicates that enumeration is progressing well all over the country. Thankfully, the legislature has approved January 15, 2023 as the final date for the completion of the process. I want to thank you again and wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this is.
Thank you, Pro-Tempt. My name is Samson David, and I report for ELBC. So you are closing amidst a major recommendation or revelation from the Ministry of Public Works concerning a midterm review on the RIA road. Will you consider that as one of your major priorities upon your return, or will the leadership take charge of that situation?
Yes, that's what we discussed in our meetings, that we are concerned about the completion of the road, especially the segment from ELW Junction towards the Baptist Seminary, where most of the work has been done. And we are also concerned about, as you raised in your notes, about whether the national has the technical capacity. The Committee on Public Works is looking at the matter. They will report to leadership while on break, and we'll move forward with that.
Okay.
One program on emails. Can you come over one page? Yes, this is not here, and then there is no instrument to use for 2023 until after January. And then to your comment about due process, let's think of some as that you were responding to the U.S. government this sanction or some of our officials. If that is the case, it also signals that you are against calls that these sanction officials should not be allowed to participate in elections. Are you against those calls?
So the way I was not in December, but that was it. And also when the budget is not approved, the Ministry of Finance has the authority to spend 1/12 of the budget for government spending. So it will be difficult for government to be shut down. My comments was a general you should not be punished in any form until you are found guilty, not just guilty, but beyond reasonable doubt. It will be any doubt at all. And the next issue of whether I'm against those
calls for people who have been sanctioned not to contest.
Oh no, it will be abusing the human rights. That is the right to contest until they have been found guilty in the court of law, and the court and the law will apply on a Liberian law. So you cannot accuse anybody. There are a lot of Supreme Court opinion that, for example, you saw the TRC report on the ban Mrs. Salif that she cannot take part in elections and so forth. She went to the Supreme Court. They know the ruling. Due process. So you're there in court. You can punish somebody who has not been found guilty. It's clear.
Yes, sir. My concern is with the National Elections Commission. You did not resolve it, and now that you have closed, we got less than probably 10 months to election. Do you think there will be election? Do you think we're going to live within a timetable? The second issue is how is the relationship between you and the Deputy Speaker? I asked on the basis from the background that there report you have one of your junior colleague or comrade that's supposed to be featuring against the Deputy Speaker from the backdrop that the Deputy Speaker is questioning to be Speaker, and you as a Pro-Tempt coming from the same county, so you want to reduce that level of pressure for him not to win in Grand Cru. Then the last...
No, let me refresh. The first one was with National Elections Commission.
Yeah.
You know, the National Election Commission is an agency of the executive branch, and we have oversight responsibilities. And once we see our people raising issues on any process, when people talk in the media, it means that people are speaking. So there have been a lot of concerns that are being expressed in the media. That's why we have invited the process to see that the work is expeditiously so that elections can be held on time. That's our concern. I believe elections will be held as scheduled. I was president for temporary. My deputy speaker was the deputy speaker. I didn't stop him. I can be president for temporary. The deputy speaker can be speaker. So when you hear rumors, innuendos, or false, I have no need for that. A lot of rumors. Don't listen to that.
Sir, on what basis did you say this statement?
And that English I spoke.
Is that from experiencing, or just a matter of just saying it?
I'm trying to tell you that we are on our obligation. Whether you doesn't want to respect the Constitution or any other person, it's our obligation.
From Ghana FM. I have some concerns on your recent decision, basically the decision on the PYJ, Pro-Tempt University. So the concerns are, will it be subsidized by government? Who will support the financial and administrative affairs of the technical institution?
I think it's a private institution, and yes, you can approach government for subsidy if you need subsidy. So that request is not for the country.
Yes, I'm saying myself, I read for the Harper newspaper. I have two concerns. It may not be purely legislative. The first one to do is for the plain December 17 protest by CPP. You go are closing, and we are planning such protests, and what do you mean by it? Then the second one is the recent statement by Prince CH-2 that people have received text message, received call from people to go through this government because the president is still out of the country for long. What's your own take on that?
Okay, so we are closing. There is no bearing on any protest at all. You know you are seeing protests all on Capitol building ground. So while we are closed, people protest. While we are open, people protest. So anybody can protest while we are closed. No bearing on us. We close per the legislative calendar, per the law. I didn't listen to the statement by the Army Chief of Staff myself, so I don't want to comment, because if I listen to it, I will know exactly what he said. I want to be based on hearsay. They are security institutions, they get joint security. I'm sure they will look at the matter, but I've not heard it myself, so I don't want to make any comment.
Okay, Pro-Tempt, my name is Aaron Kubana, I report for Spoon TV. The U.S. ambassador addressed a press conference just a few days ago, and one of the things he said at that press conference, he raised an issue about how he has noticed that allocations made in the budget for integrity institutions, after it has been approved by the legislature and taken to the Ministry of Finance for allotments to be made, he alleged that those figures are altered from the budget, and in some cases, monies given to those institutions are low. And he also, appealed to the legislature to allocate more funds into integrity institutions. They should be independent. What's your view? Allocation is called for more funds to be allocated to them.
Yeah, so for the funds to be allocated, the statement is in order. I think it's government obligation to fund those integrity institutions. We wish that they did, because as you know, there are too many challenges, too many demands on the budget. So we have tried to fund the institutions, and we'll try to do a little bit more. The allegations are going to be made by the ambassador. I'm not aware. I've not heard that myself, so I cannot comment. So I believe maybe when you see him, you can ask him to explain in detail. I really can't.
But as the Senate notice anything of such, because if that is true, there's a need
to change the figures after changes the figures.
Yeah. Doesn't that call for investigation?
Yeah,
have you noticed anything of such?
No, personally, I've not noticed. Maybe he has some evidences. So since you are raised it, I will ask our public accounts committee to look at that. Not to my knowledge.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, Pro-Tempt, thank you. My name is Tatos.
We'll double if I've not been meeting them for.
Yeah.
Again, brother, my name is Status, and I work for Joy FM. When you were giving your year-end speech or your closing speech, you made serious emphasis on the issue of Ukraine and Russia war that is affecting the economy around the world.
You don't think it's affecting the economy?
Let me pose the question first. And so you talk about economy, and that's where my attention is drawn. Now that we have the budget before us, is there any plan to have a fallback? The fact that you acknowledge the economy around the world not doing well, and what is our plan if for any reason we continue, like why you said that there is no sign of ending the war anytime soon, to improve our own economy that we may not continue to?
I didn't say there's no sign. I said there's a need to end the war.
You said the Hungarian foreign minister has been going around, and in his quote, there is no sign of ending the war anytime soon. Okay. So I'm asking, knowing that we are positioned in this direction, is there any plan that we can look back to try to improve our economy, since there isn't any sign to have the global economy improve?
Yeah, so throughout, our government always try to improve the economy and to increase production. Any other resource we have, whether the agriculture, we always say that our people must go back to the soil, make more farms, produce our staple food. I'm sure you know that agriculture is a priority. In all other sectors, we must produce, because when you export, then you earn foreign exchange, then you can control your public spending. So there's always an expense in agriculture. We must look at agriculture. But then again, the whole war is disturbing everything. We need fertilizers, we need equipment. All those ones are being disturbed. So it's a serious problem. The sooner the war ends, the better it is for all of us.
Then we want to draw attention that you just named the different priorities area in the budget that we have before us. And I did not hear you placing much emphasis on agriculture.
Yeah, I think it's an oversight. Agriculture is one of them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pro-Tempt, my name is Emmanuel to a report for 291.9 FM Newsday. I have two concerns. One was raised by Senator Florence Darius Dillon on the issue of the central bank plan that has been in the corridor of the Senate, and up to today's date, the workable plan to ensure that money coming in and all other issues associated with the money within the country has been something that was to be addressed, and it is yet to be addressed. That is one. The next one is, at the closing of the second quarter, there was a petition from a student-based institution called the Alliance, the Progressive Alliance of the University of Liberia. Those students said that this free tuition policy has been passed by the lower house and forwarded to the Liberian Senate for concurrence, has been here for a couple of times, and in their quest, when that is done, the commoners or the low-income earners, their kids will have some schools to attend that will benefit the entire citizen of the country. But that, you promised that going to be sent to the Education Committee, and up to now we haven't heard anything about that. Whether it was touched or it will be given to the committee, we are yet to get that as well. Thank you.
So gradually, starting with the mutilated funds. Now, Senator has the commercial banks must receive the old notes and carry to the central bank to receive new money. So if all of you are sitting here, you have money in your houses, you don't want to carry to the bank will not have money, that it should be legislated. Yeah, so there are two different things. It's still going on, but we want a law to be passed, and we can't pass law overnight. So we are studying the matter. Sometimes, what part of us on bills stay on bill for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
They don't have been raising that concern. Are you concerned about some of these things that have been happening with respect to the president?
The president has gone on a mission. He has. So when I'm missing the president, when I'm be talking about it. So somebody asked, somebody say, oh, some people say president absent. That is him. The particular year we really work. Past then. So imagine we received during felicitation from all the embassies, the treasury bills, FIU bill, LCC bill, we did a lot of work. So it become monotonous to read how many bills we pass, all that. I believe many sources. For example, you have just told me. What I didn't say, I've now heard it. I must do it myself. Because the way you bring it to me, and the way you bring it to me. What you are telling me is not what the man said. You have heard this country people say, no, I was speaking in context. You understand? So, if it is written.
Okay, I think let's from all indications, you are going for re-election. You, the chair of executive is going, the chair of judiciary is going. How effective you think the Senate going to be there?
Very effective. Because the election is way in October. By that time, we'll be on break. We go on break, I think July. Huh? Yeah. Oh, course, yeah. Just look at the schedule, the new schedule. We'll be. Besides that, when you go to the constituency, you ran before. After 3 weeks, you run back. After 3 weeks, you come back.